Hey folks, I'm Rupali, your host, and welcome back to Crime Hack. When Sandy was captured the last time, he realized that the gang leader is hell bent on killing him and his brother. However, he manages to escape and also warns Raj to stay away. He also finds out that the gang is using a cave somewhere, possibly as a hideout, and also that they are clearing debris in the tunnels to make an escape route. The next evening, Raj is captured while Sandy discovers the identity of a few gang members. Excited, he calls Raj, but the gang leader picks up the call and Sandy realizes that Raj has been captured. The gang leader forces him to talk to his father about misleading a police task force. His father, ACP Nayak, tells him that the task force is working on the temple theft case, but they don't have enough evidence to hold the goons for long. They need more, but Raj may not have enough time left to live. So Sandy calls his friends while the ACP calls his men to organize a search party. With enough instructions, the search party fans out in the wilderness to find Raj and a possible location for the cave. And now, Naik Brothers and the Mystery of the Catacombish Tunnels by Rupali Rajapathe Roti, Part 49. After Sandy's call was over, while the crooks made themselves busy, Raj took the bearing of his surroundings. He found himself in a cave that had two narrow openings, one at the top, through which a rope ladder was dangling, and another at the side, which was so small that anyone who could have seen from outside wouldn't realize it was a cave. Oh, so that's why nobody knows about this cave. And he wondered how the gang came to know about it. The wind passing through the cave was making a continuous moaning sound. There were 6 men in the cave: Tushar, Teja, the boss, the security camera guy, the canteen guy whom Raj had suspected, and another one. So I was right after all. The canteen guy is involved with them. Raj kept wondering what was going to happen in 2 days' time and why he was being kept alive. After a while, 4 of the gang members started to leave with 2 of them carrying the plastic cans, and Raj wondered where they were going. Now only the boss and Teja were left behind, and Raj became nervous. He was feeling very uncomfortable being left alone with these 2 maniacs. Suddenly Teja approached him and Raj stiffened. What is he going to do now? But Teja only checked his bonds and tried to move him. When he found that Raj couldn't move an inch, he looked satisfied and went away. Raj breathed a sigh of relief. Presently, the boss and Teja went off to sleep and Raj relaxed. He was feeling very tired and exhausted and weak. He wanted to sleep, but his body was aching everywhere and the pain didn't let him doze off. He wondered what Sandy would be doing now. Would he be at home as instructed, or would he be searching for him? At a stretch, the 4 men returned with filled cans of water and some food. It smelled delicious when the packets were opened, and the crooks started to eat. The men had brought jawar roti along with besan vegetable and buttermilk to go along with it. Raj wondered where these men had got all this delicious food from. He was feeling hungry too, but the crooks didn't seem to notice him at all. At first he didn't want to ask, but when he saw all the food being consumed, he started mumbling under the gag. What? The boss asked between bites. Raj looked on hungrily and he understood. You want something to eat? Raj nodded hesitantly. Now Teja spoke up. You don't need any nourishment now that you are going to die soon. Or should I say, eating is not going to save you anymore. And everybody laughed out loud. Raj started mumbling again and created a racket. The boss became irritated. What now? He nodded to Teja, who got up and approached Raj. Raj stiffened as he came close and removed his gag. But instead of speaking, he kept on watching Teja nervously. The boss stifled a smile and said, Come back, Teja. He doesn't wish to speak anymore. Raj got angry with himself. Why are you getting so scared of him? He asked himself. Maybe because Sandy had nightmares after just a short spell with him. He answered his own question in his mind. What could he have done to him to give him nightmares? He only beat him up, didn't he? And he had been beating me up ever since. Was it so scary? He asked again and then considered. It was painful, yes, but scary? No. Wait, he said aloud as Teja turned to go. At least give me some water. I'm thirsty. I have trekked for so long and I'm badly hurt. I actually need a doctor, but all I'm asking for is just water. The boss became upset and asked seriously, Do you know how much my men have toiled to lug the water up here? And Raj was rendered speechless. He looked on disbelievingly at them and put up a mute protest. At least let me eat before I die, you leeches. These are the last 2 days of my life. I should actually be treated like a king. But before he could say anything, the gag was replaced. When the dinner was over, the boss, the canteen guy, and the security camera guy got up to leave, while Tushar, Teja, and another guy stayed behind. Raj's temper flared when he saw the remaining 3 go off to sleep peacefully. But he was so tired now that neither the anger, nor the pain, nor the hunger pangs could keep him awake any longer. He was having a fitful sleep when suddenly he felt someone touch him and he woke with a start. He opened his eyes and saw Tushar holding a roti in his hand. Tushar removed the gag from Raj's mouth and fed him the roti. It was very dry and rough, but Raj ate hungrily. You want another one? I have saved 2 for you, Tushar whispered, and Raj noticed that the other 2 were fast asleep. He asked, You didn't eat? Tushar smiled awkwardly and replied, I don't eat much. Well, the truth is, I couldn't eat while you were being starved. He looked on helplessly. Raj didn't know what to say. Well, you go ahead and eat it, and I will just do away with water at present. Tushar rushed to get him a glass of water. Noiselessly, he picked up the steel glass, poured some water from the plastic can, and brought it to Raj. After a glass of water, Raj realized how thirsty he actually was. Can I get another glass of water, please? Tushar fetched it again and then asked, Is there anything else you want me to do? Raj hesitated and then whispered back, Actually, I don't want to trouble you anymore, but these ropes, they are very tight. They are actually cutting into my flesh now. Tushar cast a glance at his bonds and then tugged at one loop of the rope. As the rope detached itself from Raj's flesh, Raj grunted and Tushar could see a dark red line where the rope had been. Suddenly, to Raj's horror, he saw Teja awaking at the grunting sound and noticing Tushar playing with Raj's bonds. What are you doing? Teja came charging at Tushar and saw that Raj's gag had been removed as well. Tushar was so frightened at the sudden loud screaming that he dropped the glass he was still holding and it fell with a rattle on the floor. This made the other guy get up awkwardly from his sleep. He came up as if jumping off a spring. Teja's face had become distorted with rage. You fed him? He was now at Tushar's throat, and Tushar looked as if he was having a fit or something. Raj shouted in Tushar's defense, Stop it! Let go of him! Well, Tushar retorted, You couldn't be so inhuman to have beaten him insanely and not even give him water. Oh yeah? Teja asked angrily. I'll tell you what's inhuman. You are my partner, and here, he shoved Tushar to the second mouth of the cave. I am pushing you off the cliff. While Tushar struggled with all his might, Raj fought furiously with his bonds to save him, and the third crook simply stood watching all of them, dumbfounded. Before anyone could get a grip of the situation, Raj witnessed Teja giving the final push, Tushar flailing his hands in the air, and then heard his blood curdling shriek as he fell to the ground far below, and then it stopped abruptly. No! Raj screamed, terrified to the core. Everything suddenly became silent. Raj had gone completely numb. He was shaking from head to toe. He couldn't believe that he had just witnessed a murder of the very person who was just being nice to him, for being nice to him. God, he's dead. Because he tried to help me. He's dead. And I am responsible. For a few moments, Raj had lost all his senses. He couldn't see or hear or feel anything. Only his brain repeated the words over and over again. He's dead, and I am responsible. When his eyes focused again, Raj saw Teja coming back into the cave, and he just lost it. Trying to jump out of his bonds, his eyes blazing with sheer hatred, he screamed, "You murderer! You killed him! You just took a life! What had he done to you?" He struggled furiously with the ropes, which didn't seem to budge. "Just release me and see what I do to you," Raj threatened in spite of his predicament. "Just shut it, okay? He's dead because of you," Teja spat back irritably. "And if you don't shut up right now, I will kill you too." Raj was ready with an answer. "I swear to God, I'll come back as a ghost and make your life a living hell. And the lives of all those in your generations to come." Raj wasn't stopping. "You won't back down now, will you?" Teja charged at him with a raised fist and landed a hard right to Raj's jaw. Instantly, the splitting headache returned with vengeance, and Raj howled in pain. But he was still charged up and wanted to say, "Is that all you got?" But he couldn't speak any further and started groaning loudly. It was more like screaming though. God only knew whether it was out of pain or sheer helpless rage. Teja said those words instead. "Is that all you got?" he challenged Raj. "Just show me one single glimpse of your steam and I will do you. Right here, right now." He looked at Raj sourly for a retort, but none came. So he stuffed the gag back in his mouth. "Don't forget that you are still at our mercy." Raj couldn't sleep anymore. Surprisingly, the remaining two crooks went back to sleep as if nothing had happened. Raj stood there, silently burning his insides, thinking to himself. Friends, we have started adding Hindi and Marathi subtitles as well to this story. We may be a bit slow because many episodes have already been added, so please be patient with us. We know we are slow in publishing other videos too, so sorry about that. What can I say? I'm feeling a bit shy to come on camera, and I'm also learning video editing skills. I hope you are enjoying the story so far. Forget about my narration skills. I'm new at that too. But don't worry, I will soon become the Amitabh Bachchan of story narration. Till then, please bear with me. We are also connecting with various experts to bring them onto our channel so our lovely audience could learn about real life threats and learn how to keep themselves safe. If you are an expert on crime, psychology, life skills, threat identification and containment, or an NGO working for either criminals or victims, or if you yourself have been victimized and learned and grew through the experience, then please connect with us. Until next time, keep safe, save others, raise others out of darkness. Namaskar.